Hi guys! So, it's me again, obviously, and I recently started a new job. I know, shock for anyone involved, I got employed, but that means that I've learnt a lot about myself. Now first off, I'm not going to tell you what coffee shop it is. Not that I think that you'll follow me or anything. I just, don't know if I'm allowed. So I work in a coffee shop and it is near my uni. And while working there, I have learned a lot of things about myself. For example, when I'm not on a till, and first of all, a till is complicated, it has a lot of buttons and everything is in different sections, and I swear to God they move them on me because I keep hitting the wrong buttons and have to take a while to find where everything is. Luckily, customers are fine with it because I usually find them quick enough. But when I'm not on till, my tendency and my new default is to clean because there's always something that can be cleaned or restocked. So if you're ever going for a coffee shop job, clean at all times. Know your ABCs. Always be cleaning. That is my one tip to you if you ever work in a coffee shop. It'll happen. Bring a water bottle because I work with, as well as coffee, we also do food in this coffee shop. Bring a water bottle because you're going to be really hot and sweaty because you're beside the food sometimes and you're going to be really thirsty. Number 3, it's okay to pee during your shift. It's really uncomfortable holding it in for a full shift because you don't know if you're allowed, because I'm awkward and didn't want to ask. But it is okay to go pee during your shift as long as you tell someone that's where you're going. I don't know why I started numbers, but hey, let's just not be consistent at all because I will forget what numbers are. It's okay to ask for help if you don't know where something is on the till or where something is in general. The amount of times I've asked my managers and stuff like, hey, what is this sandwich categorized under? Oh, where is this extra coffee? Or things like, okay, what does this food fall under? Because sometimes you just get A, B and C and you have to figure out which. So my managers have just written me out a cheat sheet so that I can glance down and know which sandwich or something is. They're just like, hey, chicken or whatever, and then I know what to do. Most managers are going to be really accommodating because they want you to do the best that you can and they want to keep you employed. They don't want to have to fire you because you don't know where something is. And it's kind of their job to teach you everything you need to know about that job. So don't be afraid to ask help. And this is coming from one of the most awkward people I know, like me. So if I can do it, it'll be fine. So, another thing. There is such a thing as too much coffee. You find that out when you're on your third one of the shift and your hands are shaking and you really just want to jump about because you're really hyped up on caffeine and sugar, because I've been introduced to something called a mochaccino, and it's pretty much a mix between a mocha latte and a cappuccino, and I get it with caramel syrup, so there's a lot of sugar in it, and it's a triple shot of espresso in it too, so I'm really caffeinated, especially when I've had 3 of them, and I can see signs. It's amazing. So, don't worry if you can't remember your co-workers' names right away. I am terrible with names, and I have slowly started to learn my co-workers' names. If in doubt, check the rota. They generally have names written on those, and you can be under the guise of checking when your next shift is. I also got in the habit of, on my phone, on my notes, I just kind of wrote down the people whose names I can remember, with a defining characteristic beside them, so that I could see the characteristic on them and then be like, okay, cool, that's who it is. So that's helped me, and I know almost all of my co-workers' names now, so that's brilliant. Though they do keep bringing new people in, so now I have to learn more names. But like, if in doubt, learn 3 names and just hope that one of those 3 are on shift with you. The final 2 are the biggest tips that I've learnt about myself while this new job. Not everything is a personal attack. Your managers and your co-workers want you to do your best, and sometimes that will mean that they will tell you to speed up or slow down what you're doing, how to do something better. I was taken aside the other day and taught how to sweep a floor properly for a workplace, because like it made sense. I've never worked in a cafe before, so I wasn't like up to their standard. And the next day my managers went, I don't know if this is patronising or not, but I wanted to say well done on your brushing technique and how well it's come along. And I was like, I don't take that as patronising, because she saw a problem, she pulled me to the side, told me about it, and I was able to improve because she told me about it. And when you get a lot of those comments like throughout the day of like things you can do, it can seem like a personal attack on you because it's constant. But with those constant comments, you're improving every time, and they don't mean it maliciously. They just want you to be the best you can be. For example, I went through coffee training the other week, and learning it when there's just 2 of you and there's no rush, it's kind of okay, it's fine. You feel confident because you have a lot of practice goes and you're like, I can make coffee. You go into work and then it's like hell has exploded because there's a queue and there's 60,000 coffee orders to get out there, and you want to cry. But luckily, like, a manager will step in because they're not expecting you to be perfect on your first grow. Like, if someone steps in to, for example, do the milk for you while you just line up all the shots of coffee, that's not them saying you're incompetent. That's just them trying to help you until you feel a little more confident in your skills to be able to handle the rush. For example, they put me on coffees when it's quiet so that I have more time and I'm able to kind of process it at my own speed and practice and get a bit more confident. Because dang, is steaming the milk really difficult, because suction and putting air into the milk, and there's a lot to think of, especially when there's like 20 orders that you have to get through. And also, if they kick you off the coffees, it's not because they think you're incompetent. Well, maybe it is, but hey, it's because you're not fast enough yet, because there's a lot of people waiting for coffee, and because it's near university, they gotta go to class and they can't wait for 20 minutes while you make a coffee. So that is what I've learnt on my first 2 weeks at a new job in a coffee shop. It's been fun. Like, I actually really love the place. I actually enjoy getting up and going to work every day, and I'm slowly getting used to being on my feet all day, which is good. The only bad thing is the fact that I have to get up at 6 AM to get ready to go to work. And yikes, I'm not a morning person, which is good that I work in a coffee shop because I get coffee. So let me know if you like any more videos like this in the future. Make sure to click that subscribe button down there, ring the wee bell icon, and follow my social medias to see what I'm up to. Thank you and goodbye!